Questions for North Carolina head coach Hubert Davis, please.
Yeah, Jeremiah Holloway with Inside Carolina. Good to see you, Hubert.
Good to see you, Jeremiah.
Yes, sir. I wanted to ask you about Seth. Obviously, he's back playing in his hometown, Milwaukee, and just obviously I know the other day he had a really productive night. I guess for one, how cool is it that Seth does get to play in his hometown, and then also can you speak a little bit to I guess his ability to get to the line a lot the other night against San Diego State?
Yeah, he's really excited about playing back at home, and irregardless if we're here or not, he has a pretty good following everywhere that we go. His family does a terrific job of supporting him, whether we're at home or on the road. But to be able to play the NCAA tournament here is really special for him. You mentioned Seth's ability. He does a number of positive and great things for us. One of them is being able to attack the basket and get fouled and get to the free throw line. One, because he has the ability to do that. Two, he has the ability to be able to do that consistently and be able to score and finish because of his athleticism and strength. And then three is when he gets fouled, he can go to the free throw line, and he's one of the better free throw shooters, not only in our team but in our conference. So I always tell him attack, 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 under control, because I feel like good things happen when he attacks the basket.
Adam Smith with Inside Carolina. Hey, Hubert. Wanted to just ask you your overall impressions of Ole Miss as you've started to dig into studying them, and also seeing Sean Padula again after facing him at Virginia Tech. Just maybe what have you noticed about how his game has changed, if it has, just your impressions of how he fits with this team?
Well, for Ole Miss, obviously they're talented on both ends of the floor, but, I think they hang their hat the way that they play defensively. They do a really good job of creating turnovers, which allows them to get out in transition where they're really good in transition. They've got athleticism. They're able to switch any type of action, whether it's on the ball or off, and tries to force you and take you out of your offensive sets and force you into a one-on-one situation. For us, especially over the last month and a half, we've faced a number of teams that switch 1 through 5 on and off the ball, but obviously Ole Miss does it at an elite level. And you're talking about Sean, he's just when I say he's a basketball player, what I mean by that is from an offensive standpoint, there's very few guys in the country that is very efficient shooting the ball from 3. He can get to the basket. He has a great mid-range game, a pump fake, and get to the free throw line. I always talk to the team about elite players make routine plays routinely, and that's, I think, a perfect description of Sean. He just makes routine plays routinely. He's tough, he's competitive, and we'll have our hands full tomorrow afternoon.
Hey, Hubert, Isaac Trotter with CBS. You held San Diego State to 8 shots at the rim. What's changed? What's the flip that's been switched for this perimeter defense, which feels like you're not allowing straight line drives anymore?
Yeah, I mean, I would say over, the last month and a half, our defense has just continued to improve. We've talked about containing, contesting, no middle, no paint, no foul. How important it is to protect the paint. We don't have tremendous length and size from top to bottom, so it's important to keep teams away from the basket because, we don't have a, definitive, consistent shot blocker on our team that can alter shots as well. And so just a huge emphasis on trying to protect the paint, and our team defensively not only have gotten better in the last month and a half in that regards, but I've seen the benefit of defense in protecting the paint because it allows us to get stops, finish it with a box-out rebound, and then allow us to get out in transition where we've been pretty good all season.
Hi, Hubert. Rich Rovito from Associated Press. I guess simply put, do you feel your team is playing with a chip on its shoulder now? Do you super convincing win in Dayton the other night? Have you silenced the critics that thought you shouldn't be in this tournament?
As I always talk to the guys about focusing on what is real. I always talk to them, and what is real is our preparation and our play for Ole Miss. And I talk to them at great length of turning down and turning off the noise from the phone, the family, the friends, and college basketball fans, and that And so our eyes are fixed on us as a team. I give them a Bible verse all the time, Proverbs 4:25. Keep your eyes straight ahead, ignore all sideshow distractions. And the only thing that we have control over is us as a team, how we prepare, how we play. If you want to say we have a chip on our shoulder, we've had it the entire season because our pursuit is to become the best that we can be as a team. And so that's something that we focused on all year, not just right now.
I think some people might just be curious. Did you go back to Chapel Hill or come right here from Dayton? How did that work?
No, we didn't go back to Chapel Hill. No, we came right after our game against San Diego State. We caught a 2:30 a.m. flight and got here about 4:30 on Wednesday morning, and had a good practice yesterday, and have a couple good practices today in preparation for tomorrow. But we're very thankful and blessed to still be a part of this tournament and be here in a wonderful city here in Milwaukee.
Thanks, Coach. Time leading scorer in North Carolina history. Questions, please.
Hey, Seth. Todd Rosiak, Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel. I know your family travels really well around the country for you, but how cool is it going to be to be able to play in front of them here in your hometown?
It's amazing. I've always kind of dreamed of a moment like this, especially at the collegiate level. I know it'll come at the next level, but this isn't something that comes, every single day here at this level. So just to have this blessing and have this opportunity to have some people who maybe can't make it out to North Carolina or can't make it out anywhere else to be able to make it out to this game is amazing. I've never played here at the Fiserv, so it's a dream come true for me.
Hey, RJ what goes through your mind when you see these 5-out switches? I feel like Ole Miss switches a lot on tape. Like, what's going through your mind when you kind of get those switches, and when you get into kill mode? It felt like you got that early against San Diego State.
Really just take advantage of the matchup. I think I do a good job of kind of just repping that out in workouts and stuff. So it's really just trusting my work, and whenever I see a matchup I like, it's really just about taking advantage of that. So I know Ole Miss do a good job of kind of just switching, but then also at the same time they do a good job of swarming. So I know if the shot's not going to come from me, it's going to be from my teammates. So it's really just giving what the defense takes me.
Brendan Jones, TMJ4 News. Seth, you said you never played at Pfizer before. What was it like when you saw that on Selection Sunday, and then the possibility would be there, and then coming out those tunnels? What do you think that's going to be like tomorrow?
Yeah, seeing it on TV, I was in shock. Honestly, I got chills. A couple days before that, I was talking to my dad about how crazy it would be if we got a bid in Milwaukee, and it came true in that moment. I was literally just kind of stuck on the couch with a blank expression, but there were so many chills going through my body. And it'll be the same once I get to run out that tunnel tomorrow. Just to be able to play in Milwaukee, right next to my hometown, play in front of my family, in front of all my friends, and just run out a tunnel I've always dreamed about playing in. I'm sure it'll be an amazing experience. So I'm looking forward to it.
For both of you guys, hi, I'm Rich Rovito from Associated Press. Impressive performance the other night in Dayton in the first four. Do you guys feel like you have silenced the critics that said that you didn't belong in this tournament, and how did you use that as motivation? What you heard, the noise you heard about the team?
I mean, one thing about this team is we're not worried about the noise and what's being said about us. Obviously, there's been we hear it, but we ignore it. We don't really pay too much attention to it. So it's really just more about sticking to our game plan and proving ourselves right. We know we're capable of. We know we're a tournament team. So we just want to go out there and prove that to ourselves. And I think we did a good job of doing that, the first four.
Exactly what RJ was saying. What we want to do most, we want to prove ourselves right. We want to be the team that we know we can be. And we felt like, last game against San Diego State, we did a great job of doing that. We know, we're the University of North Carolina. Whatever we do, there's going to be hate. So this isn't anything new for us. We know how to block it out. And, we've been doing a really good job of that.
Seth, Brendan Jones, TMJ4 News. Obviously, the main reason is basketball. You're here, but while you're here, are you showing your teammates around Milwaukee? Are you giving them any suggestions? How are they experiencing the city since they've been here?
I've been giving me and Coach Sullivan. We've been giving some good dinner recommendations. Dinner's been amazing. Our hotel's nice. They're not too happy with the weather. the rain turned to a little bit of snow last night. The wind, I don't think they're used to this wind, but, I've had to tell them we're by the lake, so this is what's going to happen. But I've been telling them it won't get warm here for another 3 or 4 weeks, so you better buckle in. Don't expect no sunny days in these next coming days. But I hope they're enjoying it. I'm enjoying it, so that's all that really matters.
Paul M. Banks, thesportsbank.net. Just for both you guys, a couple of your teammates, very, very talented, have always got high ratings from the scouts and all that. I wanted to get your opinion on what specifically they do right that makes them so special, and that's Ian Jackson and Drake Powell.
Both are, besides basketball, like they're really good kids, like have really good personalities, and just on the court, they just do whatever it takes to win. For Drake, just with his athleticism and length on the defensive end, he's able to kind of just, guard our perimeter's, best player and just, make it tough for them. And he's I've been asking him to be more aggressive on the offensive end, and he's been doing a good job of doing that. And then, for Ian, he's a confident kid. He's a shot maker, and he's able to get it going. So when you have two talented kids like that, that are being highly scouted by NBA scouts, it just makes the team more fun to watch, and it helps us out as a group.
Any other questions? All right, guys, thank you. Good luck.